Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. Got another amazing guest. She's even more amazing since, she's part of the Super Realty Group fan. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have here today Traci Thompson. Traci, before we get to bragging about you and what you do, let me brag about you first. A deep dive into her bio, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll get back to her. So, starting off, the CEO of Landlord Locker Room, founder and executive director, community advocates and stakeholders in housing, which is cash making deposits in the community. Traci Thompson is a seasoned leader at the intersection of real estate, community advocacy, and empowerment. As the CEO of Landlord Locker Room and the founder and executive director of cash making deposits in the community, she is dedicated to fostering positive change and equitable solutions in the housing sector. Her professional journey is marked by a diverse skill set and a deep commitment to serving her community with previous work experience and training in office administration, project management, and strategic business planning. She brings she brings a strategic and organized approach to her endeavors. Her leadership is characterized by compassion, integrity, and a relentless drive to affect positive change. She is dedicated to creating more equitable and inclusive housing landscape, one where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. So, ladies and gentlemen, Traci Thompson. Traci, thanks so much for coming on the RNG radio show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Dan. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So for those that don't know, Super Realty Group, best brokers in the world, we on here right now, but we want to dissect a little bit, talk about the Landlord Locker Room. But Traci, before we get into that, what got you interested? There's always the bad talk about landlord. My landlord did this, my landlord did that. You've got a different approach of how you work with landlords. Can you deep dive this?
I do. And I think what motivated me was just the lack of support for landlords, but yet the utter importance of having affordable housing. And to me, the two just didn't match. All of the demands that are placed on landlords in the city of Philadelphia, all of the laws and requirements and all of those things with very little to no help at all with getting landlords able to maneuver and get licensed properly and do all the things they complain that we don't do. So my goal was to help us out, basically. I was frustrated with seeing the lack of help, so I decided to just start my little train and help as many landlords as I could with all of the processes that stress us out the most and prevent us from being compliant and taking care of our properties properly.
It's greatly appreciative. And any updates that you know for like 2024 right now? Is there anything that landlords should be aware about as we are starting this year out?
Well, there's quite a few things, and unfortunately, we don't get a lot of publicity, around the things that are changing. And evictions is a really hot topic for landlords right now because of the issues that have been happening with the landlord tenant office when they try to actually execute evictions. And a lot of the fallout from that falls squarely on landlords as far as increased costs, longer time frames and things like that. So one of the things as far as evictions is concerned is now they're requiring a landlord safety affidavit when they do evictions so that they can get more information about the tenant, more information about the situation to be better prepared for those evictions. And that's a new requirement by the city, which I agree with actually, but it's another piece of paper. It's not something that's been publicized. And when things like that happen, landlords go down to file, they think everything is fine, and then they get hit with, hey, there's a new form or affidavit you need. Did you know about it? No, I didn't. Now you have to fill it out, and now there's more delays. So we work on trying to be proactive with getting that information out to landlords and helping them along with the process.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I love that. Now, is it just strictly Philadelphia that you're working in, or do you work with the surrounding counties or even neighboring states?
Well, we focus on Philadelphia because that's where a lot of the issues are really. Managing in the counties are a little easier, but we also help those landlords as well. We have a lot of landlords who have investment properties in the city and outside the city. So we tend to help in all the counties. Chester County, we do evictions in all the counties actually in Pennsylvania.
Okay, great, awesome, awesome. And before we continue any further with the interview, where can folks get in contact with you at?
The best way to get in touch with us is through our website. And that web address is www.landlordlockerroom.com. Very easy to remember. Our number is 267-414-4104, where you can call us, leave a message, and actually text us as well. But the easiest way would be through our website. We offer free 15-minute consultations on all issues, whether it be a tenant issue, a building issue, a question about a rental license. We do offer consultations for that.
Okay, great, awesome. Now, because I do on the side right now, so some of the services that you're offering, I'm seeing short-term rental license. For somebody who's just getting started, let's say if they just maybe have two or three questions and they're not sure where to turn to, or maybe it's an outside investor who's looking to invest in Philadelphia and they want to, speak with you first. How should one really be prepared for that call when they do schedule their consultation?
Well, I'd say that decide or at least have an idea of what it is you want to accomplish. A lot of people, if you want to flip a property, if you want to rent, buy and hold, purchase or sell, just have an idea of what you want to do. Call us up for a free consultation. And once we get a better feel for your circumstances, because everything is really nuanced in this business, but when we get a better feel, then we can further direct you. We have resources for funding, for credit, for property management, if that's what you choose. So we have a huge vast of referral base that we can help people out.
Okay, great, awesome. And then, being the strong business leader that you are, within the Philadelphia community, what do you say that, contributes to your success as far as, when you're trying to get through those bad days, ugly days, and sometimes your good day might not be the greatest day, but what keeps you focused and consistent, towards the greatness and success that you have today?
I'm really motivated by really helping people out of situations that are no fault of their own, actually. So for me, success is when I hear a frustrated landlord call, and at the end of the call, I hear a sign of relief, or just appreciation for someone taking the time to listen and to be able to provide just a little information. Because literally, it's difficult to find any good quality information now. We're forced to go on Facebook or Instagram, and we're at the mercy of whomever's willing to answer our question and then gamble on whether or not it's accurate. But that's what we're left with. So we really try to keep up to date, accurate information and make sure we get it out to the people that need it the most, which are the do it yourself landlords, those who don't have property managers or don't have advisors kind of helping them along the way.
Okay. All right, great, awesome. And then, with the real estate market, especially for whom you're dealing with, mostly, of course, those 1 to 4 units and even multifamily, where do you see the market being forecasted to as we're, again, beginning in 2024?
Well, it's really hard to say, especially in Philadelphia. Really, right now, Philadelphia is in between rent control, eviction stabilization, and there's a lot of things going on. So as far as the rental market is concerned, I'm finding landlords being much more conservative when it comes to renting out to tenants. They're scrutinizing a lot more, and taking their time. A lot more vacancies actually are out there because landlords are just not so eager to put people in the properties because it's so difficult to manage and to get people out of the property should they stop paying or there be an issue. So right now, it's hard to tell. But for me, I'm always positive. So I think it's always a good time to invest. You just have to learn how to be strategic, and you have to learn how to maneuver when times aren't that great. And then, you just keep it going from there. So that's what we try to do. Help landlords and tenants actually, but help landlords maneuver the landscape so that we can still provide those quality, affordable houses that the city desperately needs.
Okay. All right, great, awesome. And then with Landlord Locker Room, because you've been doing this for quite a while now, when did you get started again?
Well, the concept started, I would say, in 2019.
Okay.
And that's when I first got, well, actually I got licensed to be a real estate agent in 2018. So I was really kind of looking, I've been a landlord for 20 years, but I wanted to kind of expand out into the real estate market a little more, and to, increase my knowledge base of the industry. But I was so disappointed when I did that to see the lack of resources. The city has one organization, which is HAPCO, and that's the only organization that represents landlords. And they do a good job for what they can do, but there's so much left, so many voids to help us along the way. So I decided to try to fill those voids and try to find the things that were missing, support that was missing, like helping get rental licenses, helping to coordinate and gather all the compliance documents that tenants need when they first get leased up, and understanding the eviction process so you don't have to spend $1,500 on an attorney to do your eviction after you may not have received a year's worth of rent and you're still losing money. So we just try to find ways to kind of circumvent some of the pitfalls that a lot of us fall into.
Wow, I'm like really shocked about the attorney's fees being 1,500, and then I think you had alluded to it earlier. It may have been just our prior conversation. You're saying even sometimes that with the attorney's fees, you're still not getting all the information that you need. Kind of like to your point, an updated form or affidavit.
Yes, absolutely. And the eviction attorneys, there's so many, and they come into court with 20 and 30 cases at a time, because landlords it's like a cycle. There's a cycle of fear going on. Landlords are frustrated with the system, and instead of really trying to learn and understand it, they run to an attorney who then will handle the process for you, but you may not understand and learn the process as you go through. So it's difficult to strategize your business if you don't understand all the components that go into your business. If you just if you just defer to an attorney, you defer to a property manager, then everyone else has a hand in your business and you really don't have the control or enough information to strategize properly for the next year or 5 years down the line. So we're really into at least providing the information so that you at least understand all the components that go into the business and you can better plan your business. Now, if you choose to use an attorney, by all means, they definitely serve a purpose. But I think that it's a fear and it's a lack of information is the reason why we end up going down that road and then losing even more money in the long run.
Yeah. No. It's helpful just to stay knowledgeable. Now, you had mentioned 5 years, so we're coming up on 5 years, landlord locker room being around. Where do you foresee, the company growing to in the next maybe 3 and even 5 years down the line?
But we have been in discussions with other brokerages and agents in different states. So we plan to actually have landlord locker rooms in other states coming up in the next year, actually, because the situation with landlords is across the country. It's not just in Philadelphia, naturally. Since COVID, it's been impacting everyone. So our services are something that's appealing to landlords all over the place. Landlords are just in need of information and support. It's a huge lack. And so we plan to have a landlord locker room in New Jersey and New York, Maryland are the first states that we're looking to expand to, and then we'll expand from there. So we're excited about that also. It's been a great receptive. We've been very a great acceptance of our services, and people are really receptive to the concept. So we're excited.
No, that is awesome. That's awesome. And what better way to drop that contact information once again? In case you didn't hear your state called, how can one get in contact with you to potentially partner?
Well, they can certainly reach out on our website, or actually feel free to email me directly at info@landlordlockerroom.com. And I'll be happy to give you some more information. We can set up some time to talk. It's really exciting, and landlords are reaching out from different states already, just asking if we can provide services. So we do what we can now, but we look forward to being physically inside of those states.
Awesome, awesome. No, that's really great. And then you talked about as far as getting your license as a realtor back in 2018. looking back, especially for the new agents that are out there, new housing market, new me. That's going to be a thing. I know it is. What advice would you give to those who are potentially getting started in their real estate journey as an agent, or those that have maybe been, 2 to 3 years in the game, but just need that quick upstart to get them back in?
I think for me, what has helped me actually over the years is really trying to find my purpose. When you find your purpose, and to me, that is doing the things that that bring you joy, things that you would do for free, those things that you feel automatically drawn to. If you can find those things and apply them to what it is you're doing now, I think you'll be much more successful, because it won't just be about how much money that you can earn, but it's about the peace, it's about the enjoyment and fulfillment that you get while you're doing it. And that to me is success. And so I've been on this journey for a while. And some of the books actually that I would recommend for someone to read. One of them is The Power of Now. And that is by Eckhart Tolle. That's a really good one. It's pretty, I mean, it's for pretty deep thinkers. But it gets you thinking about the way you think about yourself, the way that you handle tasks that you need to handle, if you're a procrastinator or not. And helps you get down to the reasons why you may not pursue or be as successful in certain areas as you desire to. So it helps you work through some of those mental blocks that we as humans we find ourselves in often. That one, and also T.D. Jakes has some really great ones. He has Identity is one of his books. Soar is also another really good one.
A lot
Yeah.
of reviews about Soar.
Yeah, it's really good, really good books. And it just helped you find out more about you so that you can control the things that prevent you from being successful in what you choose to do. So I would recommend that.
Awesome, awesome. I really appreciate that. Well, as we're wrapping up the interview here, I wanted to know what's a good quote that you pretty much hear about, or I should say, repeat to yourself to keep you going on your journey.
One of the things that I always remind myself is it's it's always good to try to do all the good you can with what you can when you can. So for me, anytime that I have information or if I have something that I can share, then I try to do that. So it's just a matter of reciprocity, and I believe that it's returned to me in that way. So I always look for opportunities where I can be helpful. It doesn't mean that I have to do anything physically, but if I have anything that I can offer to someone else that will help them, I try to do that.
Awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
I love that. Well, Traci, thank you again so much for coming on the RNG Radio Show. Really appreciate having you here. Is there anything else that we should be on the lookout for, as well as feel free to drop that contact information one more time?
I would love to. Okay. www.landlordlockerroom, that's with two R's and two O's.com. And again, we give free 15-minute consultations. So feel free to reach out. You can click the link on the website. You can fill out a little information, let us know what you're looking to find out, and we'll be glad to help you. But I will share one good thing that's coming up really soon, and I'm excited about it for the city of Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia is about to get a new nonprofit organization. The whole goal for that is to bring the housing market and the housing industry in the city. It's so polarized right now. You have, tenant advocates, and you have landlord advocates, and you have city council and all of that. But we purpose to bring together all stakeholders in housing, including landlords and tenants and the city council and all those others who are interested in bringing quality, affordable housing to the city. We're bringing us together so that we can have discussions about the things that unite us instead of the ideologies that divide us. Like, I'm a tenant, I'm a landlord. landlord, and this is my vantage point. And I think that's going to help us solve some of these issues we have in the city. It's a matter of a lack of communication, so we seek to bring that communication together and have discussions and have solutions that will be positive for all stakeholders and not just for a few. So we're excited about that. That's
Awesome,
coming
awesome.
soon.
I can't wait, for it, and I think it's really going to be effective. Almost like two gangs come together, if you will, because so much
Yes,
regarding all the fun landlord stories, and as many fun landlord stories as many fun tenant stories. So being able to combine
absolutely.
together and it being focused on nonprofits is going to be doing a lot. So can't wait to hear more about it. Well, Traci, again, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate having you here, and looking forward to having you come back on in the future.
Awesome. I look forward. Thanks so much, Dan. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for tuning in to the RNG Radio Show. Be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes and future content. If you'd like to learn more, visit us at danielumstead.com. Stay blessed, my fellow millionaires.